and everybody makes it through except for they fucking search me. For whatever reason, they decide to search me.
I wonder why, Seth.
And bro, so they end up like the cops or the agents are all taking pictures with my bag of freaking Doritos because they saw it in. They're like, oh my God, it's so cool. So yeah, left my shit sprawled all over the place, taking pictures of my Doritos. Like, okay, you can go. You can find us at BWSSpodcast.com and on Facebook at BWSS Podcast. This is because we said so. Let's start the show.
And now, recording from beautiful and sexy Miami with your hosts, Seth and Laz and Research Lucas. It's because we said so.
That's hilarious. But you guys have seen them. I usually take off the camera effects.
We've never seen them
for the last
Seth.
segment. So
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, well, this is because we said so. We got Seth in mic 1. We got Laz in mic 2. He's back, folks. We got Lucas in mic 3.
Hey.
And Alexis is back in mic 4.
Hey.
So we're just doing a regular show this week. Last time she was here, we spoke about faith and belief and EFT and tapping meditation, all that. For the people who actually missed your previous episode, please go ahead and kind of explain what you do, give them your website, all that, and we'll continue on with the show.
Okay, so I'm a transformational identity coach, and I do EFT, also known as tapping. And basically what that is, instead of sticking needles or pressure on meridian points, we tap on them. And it helps to create an electrical circuit disconnecting the body from your negative thoughts and beliefs.
Boom.
Yeah. So my website is journeywithalexis.com, and you can read more about what I do. You can schedule a consult with me, or if you want to email me direct, it's Alexis@journeywithalexis.com.
And there you have it, folks.
Journey with Alexis.
That's
Yes.
right. We're going to get you hooked up with Marcos. In fact, Ziamata, she said she's been tapping for years, which is pretty cool.
Yes.
So pretty awesome there. All right. Well, we hail from BWSS, hails from Miami. Get us at our website, BWSSpodcast.com. You can also email us at contact@BWSSpodcast. We recorded everything at Arcane Studios. You can watch all of our shows on YouTube, and all the music is by Then Silence. And please, if subscribe, just hit the subscribe button. Those of you on YouTube, those of you listening, we get a lot more listeners than we do viewers. Please, if you're listening for the first time, hit the subscribe button. You never know what you might learn along the months and the years and all that. So this is BWSS episode 92. We're going to be talking about death in concert. We all heard what happened in Astroworld, and it's a bit of a tragedy. We're going to look into that a little bit. Broken toilet in space. Anyone hear this one? No? Broken toilet in space, folks. Oh. The end. Right?
That doesn't sound very.
The end.
It sounds horrible.
I don't know if I want to hear about it.
It's about in space, bro. Woo!
Yeah, really
bad.
So the end of low-level traffic stops. We actually talked about this previously in a quick news, but there's been a little bit of a continuation of that. And let's see, an end to high fashion destruction. So we talked about how a lot of these high fashion houses destroy their own property for various reasons. Yeah. So,
whatever.
Yeah, that's it. That's definitely a big part of it. You got WTF News, we got weather, we got Laz's Corner Positivity. And any thoughts before we jump right into our main topic here? Death in concert? No? All right. So this was Alex's idea. He's in the group chat with us, and he brought it up. And originally I was like, yeah, I mean maybe, but then after the course of like the last couple of days, it's become like a really, really big story. And what I didn't want was for it to be something that we cover and then it disappears, and by the time it comes out, everyone's moved on. But because it's such a big story, yeah. I thought it'd be really good to cover it. So thank you, Alex. We appreciate it. So anyway, New York Times, Houston officials worried about crowd control before Travis Scott took the stage. So on the day of the show, and this was actually today. So what's today? We're recording this on the 8th. So this came out today on the 8th. On the day of the show, the Houston police chief said that he visited Mr. Scott in his trailer and shared his concerns about the crowd. Concert organizers and Houston city officials knew that the crowd at the music festival planned by Travis Scott, a favorite local rapper turned megastar, could be difficult to control. That's what happened 2 years earlier, the last time Mr. Scott held his Astroworld Festival. For months, they braced themselves, adding dozens more officers from the Houston Police Department and more private security hired by Live Nation, the concert organizer. The Houston police chief, who knows Mr. Scott personally and felt the musician had been trying to do good for his hometown, said that he visited Mr. Scott in his trailer before the show on Friday and conveyed concerns about the energy in the crowd. The energy had been building for months, according to fans who were drawn to see Mr. Scott because of the atmosphere and the exuberance of seeing music live again and the pandemic hiatus. So that's something that I had mentioned is like, yeah, like people are actually going out. I mean, I'm sure they're really excited. I'm sure there is a lot of energy.
Extra excited.
They flew in from Colorado, California, drove from Dallas. Tickets were hundreds of dollars, 50,000 fans. The show ended Friday night 30 minutes earlier than scheduled and nearly 40 minutes after the mass casualty event. One question surrounding the tragedy is whether officials could have stopped the show sooner and said that doing so would have had its own perils, including inciting a riot. So, I mean, that's their defense. I think they just didn't realize or didn't care. But yeah, they kind of saw this coming before it even like started.
You gotta understand too, like a lot of people haven't been out. And if that's the first thing you're gonna go to, you're probably gonna lose it.
True.
You know what I mean? Like even at the hotel right now, people are spending way more money than they would spend. People are doing way more things than they would do.
Absolutely.
That's why like Miami Beach got crazy for the past few months.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Memorial
like,
Day. Whoo.
No, not even Memorial Day. Like every weekend for like the longest time. Do you remember like there was so much stuff going on because everybody's like out. I haven't been able to do shit for the past year and a half.
Very true. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with that. Yeah. Go ahead, Mom. What are you going to say?
Yeah, but there's such a thing as being adult and responsible. And so I just don't buy the excuse.
Oh, there's no excuse.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know, I mean, yeah, we've all been penned up, but not all of us go out there and lose control.
Sure. That's true.
Yeah.
But the younger you are, the more likely you are to lose control.
True. But also, if the officials were already feeling that or thinking that, then I do think that they should have been more proactive.
Big time.
Well, we're going to get into it because, believe it or not, there were a lot of police there. There were a lot of, well, anyway, here we go. Kevin McCoy, Gabriela Miranda, and Janine Santucci, USA Today. Officials said 8 dead, including teens, scores injured at concert during Astroworld Festival in Texas. Houston authorities are investigating what officials described as a crowd surge that killed at least 8 people and injured scores of others, according to Astroworld Festival, and turning it into one of the worst musical concert tragedies in U.S. history. Officials declared a mass casualty incident at 9:38 p.m. Houston Mayor Sylvester Turner said at a Saturday news conference there were 25 people transported to the hospital. 13 are still hospitalized. A 10-year-old is in critical condition. Officials said there were scores of other injuries. At least 11 suffered cardiac arrest. Victims who died ranged from 14 to 27. The surge began around the time the rapper Travis Scott, a festival headliner, took the stage. Crowds began to compress toward the front of the stage that caused some panic, and it started causing injuries, said Pena. People began to fall out, becoming unconscious, and it created additional panic. Many people also treated at the scene. There's a field hospital had been set up. The 300 people were examined at the site throughout the day, but it put a lot of strain on the facilities. Witnesses recounted pushing and shoving during the performances that preceded Scott. So yeah, I mean, it's young. There's a 10-year-old in critical condition, and a 14-year-old has died. Yeah. Like, what the hell? What are they doing there? That's what I want to know.
Well, yeah, I agree.
Seth, you've been to a lot of concerts with like, you know?
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like with mosh pits?
I've been in my younger years, absolutely.
Yeah.
How dangerous is it? Because I've never had a mosh pit experience.
Listen, if it's that dangerous, I just don't get in. Like they're not that dangerous, especially at a hip hop concert. You know
that's why I wouldn't expect.
It's not like heavy metal where people just, they go there to like in the for the purpose of getting in the mosh pit, getting banged up, banging your head, all that stuff.
Yeah, but they want to do that. Those
Yeah,
people.
exactly.
So, one of my coworkers, me and him are kind of cool. He was telling me that last time he went to a Travis Scott concert, that same thing happened, sort of, but it wasn't as violent.
Sure.
And then he was like, he just didn't expect it. And he just couldn't breathe. But I don't like, is that something that just happens like all the time? If that's what you want to do, it's okay. But I'm pretty sure the people that got injured or hurt did not think that was going to happen.
So we're gonna get, when we get through this article here, there's actually, this isn't the first time that this has happened at one of his concerts.
Okay.
So Alfred considers himself a bigger guy at 286 pounds. And this is still the USA Today. 286 pounds, yet even he struggled to move through the throngs. I was going to say troops, the throngs. He said he felt helpless and scared because as much as he tried, he couldn't lift everyone out of the barricades or through the crowd. As he attempted to carry a woman away from the stage area, people pushed against him and he didn't see security. I had an I might die moment. I saw almost no one helping people and even started to fall and my chest felt heavy. My survival mode kicked in, Alfred said. It was terrifying because the music didn't stop and help didn't seem to come. It was dark and you saw people reaching their hands from out of the ground and me and my friend trying to help them. Amy Harris, a freelance photographer from the Cincinnati area, told USA Today, people at festivals are usually happy to be there and relaxed, but this one was different from the 10 or more concerts she's photographed. She said she just felt this aggression from the crowd all day and added that the atmosphere put her on guard as much as the assignments with photographing protests would. There's enough room inside the park for everyone and all, but the stage was getting rushed. In all, there's 528 police officers, 755 security officers.
528 and 755?
Security,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow.
I mean, that's a lot.
Yes,
you
it
know?
is.
Like
Yes,
people
it
are like,
is.
there clearly wasn't enough. I mean, you have 500.
How much more do you need?
Like, yeah, what are you going to call in the National Guard?
What, I mean, how
obviously
many
not.
officers do you think are around us right now?
I mean, officers was 528, but 755 security. But still, yeah, one every 39 people.
Right now, we're probably like one every 1,000.
I mean,
Where
it's
we
not. That's a lot.
That's
so
a
the
lot.
people, for those you saying there wasn't enough, there's definitely plenty there. Our hearts are with the Astroworld Festival family tonight, especially those we lost and the loved ones. Show promoters tweeted early Saturday. We are focusing on supporting local officials however we can. Travis Scott tweeted on Saturday that he was absolutely devastated by what took place last night. I'm committed to working together with the Houston community to heal and support the families in need. So it's the third year they've done it. Young Thug, YSL, Bad Bunny, Chief Keef, Tamala Impala, and Earth, Wind, and Fire, by the way. We're going to be there. Drake joined Scott on stage at the concert, which was live streamed by Apple Music. Sorry about that. And then he posted Instagrams after the performance. Houston Police Executive Chief Larry Shatterwhite was near the front of the crowd and said it seemed to happen out of nowhere. Suddenly we had several people down on the ground experience some sort of cardiac arrest. Houston Police Chief Troy Finner said authorities were investigating reports of suspicious activity, including security officer who told medical examiners he felt a prick in his neck. Yeah, and so he like passed out and he's revived.
There
with
was
an
a lot
opiate.
of like random things that
But
they said.
I think that's all bullshit, dude.
I believe so.
I'm sure. I mean, this guy pricking it. Yeah, it could have been anything, but apparently he passed out and they revived him with the opioid antidote Narcan, which is freaking weird. Yeah. So I mean, whatever.
And this is security.
Does he think there's people like out there who, first of all, who go like, I'm sure it happens, but who goes to a festival with a fucking syringe? First of all, like if you're going to be doing your drugs, you're not going to be bringing a syringe with you. You know, I would imagine
You never know, bro.
I
What do
don't
you-
know, dude.
like-
I mean, it's true. I hear you, but
We don't do
it's just-
those type
no.
of drugs.
No fucking-
we don't do drugs.
the syringe
but, like,
thing. I haven't seen anything that like had him like tested to see if he had anything in his system. So it's probably all bullshit. That's what I'm guessing.
Joe's trying to say it was like some type of satanic sacrifice. And I'm just like, no, but like the things people
Let me
come
guess.
up with.
Truth, was it the Truth? Donald Trump's Truth Network?
No. Like,
No, the Anon, not
You'll-
Donald Trump. The Anon. Sorry.
you'll see stuff on like
Definitely
social
Anon.
media and they're like, yeah, while people were dying, he just had this look in his face while he kept going with the song. And then
Sure.
like there was fire on the stage and everybody was dying and he was just like happy. I'm like, yo, what the fuck out
I
of here?
researched a lot of. I was going to list them, but I was like, you know what, this is long enough. What we're going to be doing, and I didn't want to make it more morbid. But there's the list of like concert tragedies, And the biggest percentage of them were from fire. So
Really?
you'd have fire, you'd have the stampede, you would have terrorism, actually. Of course, we know Ariana Grande's, there's been plenty of that, but fire, and most of it is soundproofing insulation. Like these panels here, like they look all beautiful and stuff because they're professionally made, but inside them is basically like a foam, and it's super flammable stuff.
Okay.
So,
don't you guys feel safe now?
I don't feel safe now. You should have told us that last week or next week. Like,
good Lord.
There's a lot of wires here, bro.
There's definitely a lot of wires. There's no doubt about that. Got to. I mean, there's probably at least 50 wires in here. That's not an exaggeration. All right, so The Guardian, Astroworld, Travis Scott, we knew it was happening. We knew it was going to happen. Travis Scott and Drake sued over deadly Texas concert crush. Concert crush. That's pretty fucked up.
That's what they call it, concert crush?
Yeah, deadly concert crush. Oh, too soon, guys. Good Lord. So anyway, rappers Travis Scott and Drake have been sued for having incited mayhem after 8 people were killed and dozens injured in a crash during the Texas concert. A law firm has confirmed. Thomas J. Henry Law tweeted a story published. Thomas J. Henry Law tweeted a story published in the Daily Mail on the lawsuit, confirming on Sunday that they had filed one of the first lawsuits in Travis Scott's Astroworld Festival Tragedy. See, tragedy. That's better than crush.
Yes, I agree.
Good Lord. The plaintiff is 23-year-old Kristen Paredes, Paredes, who was one of those severely injured at the concert on November 5th. Another lawsuit was filed in the state court of Houston on behalf of a man injured in the crush. Man, they did it again. Attorneys for the Manuel Souza sued Scott and the concert organizers, Live Nation, and others, claiming they were responsible. Basically, we all know what happened. Crowd became chaotic, stampede began, blah, blah, blah. It claims Scott had incited mayhem and chaos at a prior event, and defendants knew or should have known of Scott's prior conduct. This is where I was like, prior conduct, interesting. So I was like, let me see what's going on there.
Illegal, though. Like,
well, he got in trouble for something similar to this not that long ago. We're going to talk about it right after this. Accuses Canadian rapper Drake, who joined Scott's headline set, this is the lawsuit, of contributing to causing a surge in the crowd towards the stage. He continued to perform even as the crowd became out of control. So, yeah, man, he reportedly, though, it says right here, Scott reportedly halted the act several times when he saw the crowd getting kind of crazy.
I don't feel like they should be responsible for that.
I agree. I don't think they should either.
That's the same thing with the.
Depends on if they're inciting it or not.
But their job is to not incite the riot, but to make the people want to have fun and go crazy. Not that crazy. Sure. Obviously, because you don't want to lose anybody's life. I don't feel like that's their responsibility.
But you feel like if this happens at a lot of their shows, then maybe they should start getting in trouble?
The person who's responsible for the show or responsible for security should figure it out.
Yes.
The same thing when you go to a game, you got to go through a metal detector, and sometimes they pat you down. It is what it is.
So you feel like Travis Scott and Drake, and I'm not saying I feel one way or another. I personally feel like, you know what, it's not their fault, even though they're going to end up having to stand trial for this in some way, shape, or form. So I'm in your guys' side, but like if this happens over and over and over, I don't know. I feel like sooner or later. Well, actually, let's jump into this. Daily Mail. Travis Scott has been convicted twice for encouraging fans to rush his stage. Man paralyzed at NYC concert in 2017 said rapper never learned his lesson. Scott, 29, has a history of inciting mayhem at his notoriously rowdy concerts. Scott previously pled guilty twice to disorderly and reckless conduct charges. In one 2015 show, he told the crowd, "Let's go, come over, I want chaos." The Grammy-winning rapper said he was devastated and could never imagine the severity of the situation in Instagram video Saturday. A crowd management expert says standing room only setups with no seat aisles are the worst thing and can happen in a rowdy space. However, the fatal situation has raised eyebrows over footage showing multiple incidents of crowds stampeding towards Scott at prior performances at Lollapalooza in Chicago in 2015 and an outdoor venue in Arkansas in 2017. Both incidents resulted in misdemeanor convictions for Scott. So, yeah, man. So he's already been convicted twice of this for saying, come on, rush the stage, I want mayhem.
But did this happen this time? That's not what he said. Is that what happened this time?
Fuck you, I won't do what they tell me.
Okay, so the thing that stands out for me is the photographer who said she felt the energy of the crowd from the very beginning.
Yeah.
He incites an energy that creates this type of mayhem. And I do feel that there's a responsibility there on his part. Now, maybe if it's never happened before.
Sure.
But if it has happened twice before, then yeah, there's a responsibility.
Well, one guy was paralyzed and now 8 people are dead. Like,
that makes sense.
I
didn't realize that it happened before though.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It's crazy.
But that's what like, did he do the same thing again for that to happen? Or are people just going to the show hoping that it's going to be like, oh, you know what? It's going to be crazy again. Like last time, we might die. Fuck it. Like,
maybe, or maybe it's like we'll just watch him from back here. How about that?
I'm not gonna jump in that crowd. That's why I asked you earlier. Like,
sure. I mean, I listen. I mean, I know his music. I don't love it, like, but I can see how he's got some. I get those goosebumps I can see people really like banging out to that. So here's the thing. So misdemeanor, are they going to what can they charge him with? That's the thing. Like inciting
violence.
Okay.
Or inciting mayhem.
Mayhem resulting in death.
Yeah.
Negligence.
Yeah. Yes.
Negligent homicide. That I was actually trying to look up death caused by incitement.
Yeah, but you can't charge him with death. I don't know. I don't know. Does anyone have? They have plenty of audio recording. They're gonna fight. If he has something, rush the stage, get crazy, lose your mind. Whatever.
No, like if you rob a bank and the police officer shoots at you and hits a civilian and they die, you're getting charged with that.
The police officer? Who's? Oh, the person who robbed the bank. Yeah. I hear you. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I don't know why they don't just have seating. They could.
Because it's a festival, and the idea of the festival is to make much money as you can. Like when you come down here to WMC, and you go to what's the freaking one? I can't. What's the big party they have? I should know this. Good Lord. Anyway, the big one they have for Winter Music Conference, they have it on. They used to have it on Bayside, but when you go to these big, massive music conferences, it's 50,000, 100,000. In fact, one of the ones I looked up where there was a death, there was 1.2 million people there.
And only one person died?
I think that was a stampede, I think.
Okay.
Hey, look, when I went to the Watkins Glen concert back in 1970.
Watkins Glen?
Glen concert.
The racetrack?
Allman Brothers, Grateful Dead, Black Sabbath, Santana. 500,000 people, not one death, not one injury.
Yeah, because back then it was all mushrooms and weed, man.
True.
Nowadays, Jesus, there's all kinds of shit going on.
What's going on?
Yeah, for sure. So, all right. Anything, Lucas?
No, incitement is just encouragement of another person to commit a crime.
Is that a felony or a misdemeanor? I'm wondering. I'm just wondering. It depends?
It depends. I'm guessing it depends on the crime. It also says some or all types of incitement may be illegal.
All right, so let's pose it like this. Travis Scott, I don't think Drake's going to get anything. Travis Scott, jail time, yes or no? Laz?
No.
No? Mom?
Does he deserve it or does he
get it? Does he get it?
Oh, no. I don't think he'll get it.
No? Lucas?
No.
I don't know. I don't know where I was leaning. All those no's.
Because the thing is, it's like,
okay.
At the end of the day, he's not responsible for what. Like he's responsible because of the incitement and of stuff. But at the end of the day, they're putting somebody else is making money off of him.
Sure.
So they need to figure that out. The only thing, yes, but the only thing is like you've already got in trouble for doing the same thing before.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't do it. That's what I agree with, but I feel like it's still not kind of his responsibility. If you know this is going to happen, then bring more cops.
I agree.
I think morally it's his responsibility, but I think legally, it's the handlers.
Yeah,
I like that one. Legally and morally.
Yeah.
Then I saw some article he's going to pay for a funeral. That's nothing. Like funeral for the victims. For like the funeral of the victims.
Yeah.
But
I mean, yeah, more than one. I mean, who knows? There's, like, what the hell is a 10-year-old doing there?
I agree.
Like, what the fuck is
Takes
going
their
on with that?
10-year-old
And
to-
not only there, but in the middle of that shit.
I had to get
man.
checked. I was going to take Layla to a concert, and they was like, she can't go to that type of concert. And I was like, you're right. But
the only concert a 10-year-old should be at is at the Wiggles.
Yeah, or like Sesame Street or something.
Exactly.
but, like they're at.
I got my glasses on.
We have this conversation in like 7 or 8 years, Seth, because they want to listen to everything.
Yeah.
And then like they're with their friends, and I want to listen to this, and I want to go see this person. It is what I wouldn't let, like, obviously Travis Scott's not somebody a 10-year-old should be like listening to and going to a concert with. But
Sure.
maybe he has cousins or older siblings. They're like, yeah, let's go, come on, like it's just tragedy all around.
I agree.
It is.
It is 100%. All right. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. We'll see who gets charged. We'll definitely follow the story. It's a pretty tragic thing. It happens, unfortunately. But hopefully this is the end of this one here in the United States. It's definitely going to make some changes. They might actually have like a minimum requirement, which is, insurance premiums are going to go up if you want to throw a concert, and there's going to be minimums.
Just for him.
Wow, for him, he already canceled a concert that he was going to perform in Vegas. So I don't know if it was a festival or just a thing for him. This was like a weekend thing. Like, this was supposed to go on for the whole weekend, and obviously clearly did not. All right, well, with that, I guess we can run into some shout outs. Any shout outs over there, Laz?
Nah, no shout out this week.
No, okay. Any shout outs, Lucas?
No, not this week.
No, not this week. Okay.
I hate Lucas.
Well, actually,
You love it.
that's his line. You actually kind of took his line because it was like, no, none this week, but that's okay. You can.
The
can
Mondays
use it.
kind of tripped me out.
Yeah, I feel you. We are recording on Monday. Mom, any shout outs over there?
Yeah, I'm going to shout out to my granddaughter, Alicia.
okay.
She's been just incredibly entertaining and fun.
Yes. She is great. She loves the studio, let me tell you.
Yeah.
So every once in a while, I have her come in, set up the keyboard, and she can just play and stuff like that. So,
and her tennis the other night.
yeah, finally got
that
her.
was
Finally
fun.
got her on the tennis court. So
Yeah? How was
she picked it up pretty quickly.
Mm-hmm.
She's making contact with the ball. What's
She's too smart. She's too smart, bro. Like,
Yeah, but I loved seeing her she's standing there, Laz, and she's got the racket. She's got it back like she's supposed to, and she's just standing there looking up at her dad. Like, okay, waiting for that ball to drop. It was adorable.
Yeah.
It really was.
Yeah. It was a really, really cute time. And now it's getting to this type of weather. We're running out of time, but I got her this little cute. It's actually a little small, to be honest, but her hands can only grip a racket so big. I got the smallest one I could find. So, but she'll be fine.
She was switching
they
that
make
grip.
them for that.
Yeah, she was. That's
that
true.
young.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, for sure. I think it's a 17-inch or an 18-inch or. It's not. I tried swinging with it. It's really hard to generate power. Like, I couldn't even get it to reach the wall. But yeah, man, it was cool. That's for sure. So, I mean, me personally, I don't really have any shout outs this week. I guess we'll shout out the moms.
Shout out to your mom for visiting
Yeah,
you for your
visiting.
birthday. Otherwise,
So,
nobody
I think
likes
that
you.
was pretty cool. It was great that you could stay for an extended period of time
Yeah,
too,
it was great.
which is awesome. And the ticket was $80 round trip from Philadelphia. Like, insane.
Yes. So it's always bittersweet. I
Yeah.
love coming down here. I'm leaving tomorrow, and that's the part I don't
That's
like.
great.
But
Yeah, but you'll be back soon.
oh yes,
How's everything up there right now?
Cold.
Weather-wise, cold?
Yeah, Lucas
No,
is
it's
pretty much
it's
right
actually
there.
Lucas is there.
It's actually nice 60 today, but it is getting
good.
dark as
Yeah,
dark as
60
anything.
during the day. We're still
Yeah.
80 during the day here.
No, dude, on the way home
I'm
it was
actually
like
looking forward
72.
to it.
The cold, yeah. I'm sad
It-
we're not gonna have
We
it.
already we had 2 or 3 mornings where it's absolute frosted over.
really.
Sure.
Eesh.
The froster, all that.
Yeah,
But
I'm
hey,
going
good
for
news.
I'm going for a nice long hike at Ridley Creek
Yeah.
when I get back.
I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Should be a
The-
nice chill.
The Oleta State Park is pretty cool, but it just doesn't have there's just nothing like the parks
It's
up
flat.
north.
But is it
Flat.
windy as up there as well, or like here? Or not?
Depends on where you are.
It's still going to be
I feel
windy.
like
There's still atmosphere changes going on. That's where the wind is. Goes from cold to warm, warm to cold.
Mm-hmm.
That's naturally going to generate wind.
I just got to find a nice day to get that horseradish out of the ground.
Yeah, he grows horseradish every year.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So he's going to ship us some.
Haven't dug it up in about 4 years, so.
Oh, really?
You don't even have to replant anything. You just leave a little bit of that root underneath the ground, and it just comes up.
Yeah.
I didn't know where it
Cool.
is.
It grows up. It has kind of like, it's very long but very wide leaves.
Yeah. What's up, man? Well, let's hear it for the horseradish. All right. Well, Mom, appreciate the visit. We'll see you. I'll see you right after the show, and I'll see you tomorrow. But we'll be back in a couple months or so. We'll get you back on for sure.
Okay.
But all right, we're going to take our first little break. We're going to come back with quick news. We got WTF news. So stay tuned. Boom.
First quick news that you were doing.
Just trying to save us a little bit of time here. All right, folks. Well, if that's the case,
It's time for quick news.
there we go.
Part 2.
Yeah, right. By Evan Simcoe Bednarski. All right. Evan Simcoe Bednarski, Maya Brown, and Emma Tucker, CNN. Philadelphia law banning traffic stops for minor violations is set to go into effect early next year after the city's mayor gave final approval on Wednesday. Awesome. So the law, which passed Philadelphia City Council last month by a 14-2 vote and has the support of city's police department, designates 7 low-level violations for which traffic stops are prohibited, including bumper issues, minor obstructions, broken lights, and license plates that are not visible or clearly displayed. I don't know how, because actually, I mean,
It's
I'll
just
see
a
here.
waste of time, bro.
Well, I get it, but the one with the license plate, because there's we will be sending them by mail, but how are you going to send it by mail if you can't get the license plate? That one's a little bit interesting. Just saying. This legislation establishes Philadelphia as the first large U.S. city to ban minor traffic stops with the goal of healing police community relations. Low-level violations are still legal, but they're going to be issuing them by mail. As you can see here, police will still be empowered to pull over drivers for so-called primary violations of traffic laws that endanger public safety. And yeah, it's going to go in effect 120 days. We're happy about that, though.
Yes.
Dice in the mirror.
Yeah.
Dumb shit. Yeah,
dumb shit, yeah. I don't know, bumper stickers. They said bumper issues. I don't even know what that
Bumper
would
coming
be.
off. Probably bumper coming off or just hanging off.
Sure.
Is that a thing?
Down
I
here, there's
guess.
no safety inspections. So there's a lot of dumb shit that happens down here in Florida.
Well, you need safety inspections up north because
Because
the
of
weather.
Yeah, that makes okay. I guess that makes sense. But I've seen some clunkers down here
Down
going
here,
down the road,
yeah, for
bro.
real.
Living in
especially-
Mexico.
Well, some of them look like it. It's like a pickup truck with big pieces of rotting wood is fencing, and they got a whole bunch of
Yep.
I don't know, shit in the back.
You see
I've seen
that?
it.
You see that out here in Hickville?
Yeah, that's true. Very
Woodville?
true.
Hickville.
So minor infractions such as broken taillights, the smell of marijuana, improperly displayed registration stickers, or hanging items from a car's rearview mirror have been criticized as a pretext for racially motivated traffic stops. Black drivers, who comprise 40% of Philadelphia's population, accounted for 72% of the nearly 310,000 traffic stops by police officers between October 8, 2018 and September 2019. So yeah, even the smell of marijuana, I guess they're not going to pull you over for. There's a win.
Wow.
Yeah, seriously.
How can you smell the marijuana from the police car? That's what I want to know.
I was coming back. Elaine and I went to the movies. We saw James Bond. Love the movie. But on the way back, we went in separate cars because she had stuff to do earlier, and she had to go pick up Alicia, and I had to come straight here for the show. But driving back, bro, there was this car on. It was a Charger. I only noticed the car because you could just hear it was one of those ones with the Hemi. Yeah, dude, it just sounded pimp. But as soon as I got up, bro, I could smell the freaking marijuana. There was no doubt it was coming from that one. That's for sure. But it's cool, man. Like the Philadelphia city, you're taking leaps and bounds. We like it. Leading the charge out here in the East. Yeah. That's for sure. All right,
they didn't do tints. Don't pull me over for tints anymore.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one.
They don't pull me over in my car, though.
No, not in the Jetta. I could get away with it. Like I said, I want to match the fronts.
You're good.
Yeah. All right, you're up, Laz.
Trash barrel from Myrtle Beach washes ashore in Ireland.
Trash barrel from Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach. Where's Myrtle Beach? Is
South Carolina.
South okay.
Carolina.
Yeah.
Washes up in Ireland.
Yep. Instead of a message in a bottle. What?
I was going to say, how do they know? Like the city?
Because it's one of those, I'll read it. Instead of a message in a bottle, it was the decals on a barnacle-covered trash barrel that shows that just how far it traveled from southeastern United States coast to beach in Ireland, more than 3,500 miles from home. The city of Myrtle Beach announced Monday that a waste barrel had somehow washed up in County Mayo on the Emerald Isles northwestern coast.
Wow.
Basically, before there's like a storm or something like that, they move all the trash barrels and stuff from the beach, but I guess they missed one. And
so like the ones they would have on the beach for stuff to like throw their stuff away. Yeah.
So then they missed one, and then they wanted to like basically stuff travels really far when basically the situation.
But how did it because it's usually open ended? How did it even get over there?
Who knows? It just
barnacle covered. That's interesting.
It is.
According to the city, Keith of Ireland wrote them and shared pictures of the bright blue barrel with city stickers on it.
Do they know what year? Did they say how long it took to travel?
No, they did not say.
I gotcha.
It took us out.
That's
That'd
pretty
be cool to know.
Yeah. Especially if it's like a few years, just going on its own little journey. Wilson.
It got.
I'm glad I got a good laugh out of that one. Very, very esoteric.
The city posted photos online showing that the barrels at Atlantic Crossing took enough time for it to have been encrusted with shells.
Yeah.
Yep. They're gonna go pick it up, and they have a city employee volunteer to come fetch it.
And what? I guess they're gonna fly it back. It'd be a cool little piece to put in a display.
A free
somewhere.
trip, I guess, for the city employee.
There's no doubt. All right. Like that one. All right. Megan C. Hill, CNN luxury brand Coach will stop destroying unwanted goods following TikTok outrage. So I had mentioned we discussed stuff like this before. But here's another one jumping on board to stop the practice. Luxury Coach announced that it will no longer destroy damaged or unsaleable goods returned to its stores after a viral TikTok video claimed the label intentionally slashed unwanted items for tax purposes. Without directly referencing the allegations, the American brand wrote on Instagram that Tuesday it had ceased destroying in-store returns and would look to responsibly repurpose, recycle, and reuse excess or damaged products. The move follows claims by TikTok user Anna Sachs, who filmed herself unboxing Coach products that appeared to be rendered unusable in a minute-long video. Sachs, who goes by the username @the_trash_walker. So @the_trash_walker, I guess she just picks through trash, which I'm sure is probably an interesting channel. It probably is, though.
Yeah.
So especially if you know where to pick, said it was Coach's policy to order an employee to deliberately slash unwanted merchandise so no one could use it. Holding up slashed bags, shoes, cut straps, and a jacket with large rips, Sachs alleged in the video that the practice was part of a tax loophole that sees the brand write off products as if they were destroyed.
I lost you.
What?
I lost audio for a little bit.
Dude, every time you say that, it comes back in maybe 5 seconds. And it's probably your internet having a little blip on that side. So if it lasts for 20, 30 seconds, feel free. Look at you, Laz. Feel free to mention it. But if not,
it wasn't a blip. It just completely shut off for probably like 5 seconds, and that's not normal.
That's what he just said.
I literally just fucking said that.
I'm saying
So-
that's not normal.
I know, bro, but like you telling me you lost audio when it was only like, for 5 seconds, it's like, it's right in the middle. Where was I? Hold on. Fucking A, Lucas. Blah, blah, blah. So the label is by no means the only luxury company thought to intentionally destroy unwanted inventory. The practice is usually aimed at preventing excess stock being sold at cheaper prices. In 2018, Burberry announced that it would stop burning unsold goods after it was found to have destroyed clothes and perfume worth over $36 million in the previous year.
That's only the consumer price, though. They probably don't pay that much for having it. They just want their brand exclusive.
That's 100% what it is.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
if you don't buy it, we're not going to sell you last year's fashion. If you didn't get it, it's too late. But it's just, dude, it's crazy that like $36 million worth. Come on, and perfume. That's kind of weird.
the perfume, like, how did they get rid of
Yeah,
that?
really. I don't get that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
do you
that
have-
lasts. It
This is
doesn't-
this is the 2017 vintage of Coach Leather perfume.
Or maybe if it's like we've only sold 100 of these, so only 100 people have them, and they just destroy the rest, and then maybe it's worth more. Like, is it better for the consumer? Not really.
No, I don't know. With perfume, it's just kind of weird because
No, I mean, like, not even perfume, like the handbags.
Well, the
like, if you had
handbags,
the-
100%. That's what it's about.
I mean, this is the longest wallet I've had, and it's a Coach wallet, and I got it for a discounted price at the outlet.
Sure. If it's quality made stuff, it's going to last a while. So, but yeah, Coach, apparently they get returns and just like cut them up so they can't be resold and they don't go back in inventory and use them as a tax write-off. Of course, Coach denied it and they're like, we're not going to do that anymore. And Coach does have like a repair like system, even though it's not the greatest, but they're working on it. So we'll see. All right, Laz, you're up.
So the party is over in Miami Beach now. We just had our elections. What happened?
The party's over. Miami
Party's
Beach?
over. Party's over in Miami Beach. So Miami Beach votes to ban alcohol sales after 2 a.m.
Oh, they did it?
Yep.
They actually did it?
They actually did it.
Wow. I
And
saw
that
like
from
people
residents.
petitioning and say no and vote no. And
Remember, like, after that last year, a lot of like, it's annoying for the residents. You gotta.
yeah, I get it. Absolutely.
Well, a lot of us have worked in Miami Beach and not lived on Miami Beach, so
Yep.
it's annoying. I mean, like, not annoying, but we don't understand it. But so now it's over by 2 a.m. They're gonna cut back. They're saying that it's gonna cut back crime and it's gonna make the city more peaceful. I don't really believe that's the case.
I think it will to a degree, but what might also happen is people might feel like they need to hurry the hell up and get drunk so they can enjoy the evening.
It could be worse. And now there's nowhere to go, so we're just gonna be outside.
I mean, you can go to space and wherever else you would go. But wow, dude, 5 o'clock, no alcohol.
Yeah.
So the clubs will stay open. They just won't be able to sell anything.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're not going to
Dude,
stay
bottle
open.
service. Could you imagine like bartenders? They're gonna lose.
I mean,
big chunk of
if
change.
your club isn't, like, for example, like if your club is in a hotel, that doesn't matter because liquor
Okay.
sales are 24 hours. Like, I've done
Okay.
room service at 3 major properties on Miami Beach, and you can get alcohol 24 hours because it's like a lodge, like a stay home. It's like
But
you're basically your
Ocean
home.
Drive, though, there's a lot of hotels that own the bars
Bars
there.
downstairs, yeah.
So are they? I wonder if they're going to be affected.
I thought it was going to be only that district, but it's actually all of Miami Beach. So I wonder how that's going to go for the bars that are a little more north of there or west of there.
Wow. Maybe we see how this shakes out and we cover it. That'd be an interesting one.
Because now and like their whole thing is just basically all the crime that's been going on, but like the crime doesn't happen only after that time. If you go down to Miami Beach after
It
3
happens in
o'clock
the
in the
middle of the
morning,
day sometimes.
everybody's home.
Yeah.
Like, not home, like nobody's out like being a degenerate at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It's usually, I'll say, around 11, 12 o'clock. Like, everybody's like, when it gets crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you would know. I mean, back when I was, down here going out and stuff, I mean, we wouldn't get out of work till 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Then we went out. So I guess it really depends.
Yeah, but if you remember
live
that,
here, you're not really wilding out. It's the people that visit here that kind of go a little bit crazy.
yeah, but we'd get off around 1, 2 o'clock, have a drink, grab something to eat, and just go home. But if you remember, like when you leave a bar or something at like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning after you ate, it wasn't crazy. Like,
well, not in Norman's, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah. Even down when we used to go. Oh, you never went to Playwright with us.
No.
Even you go to Playwright.
A couple times.
Yeah, and you'd leave there. It wasn't crazy. And like after 3, it's like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. It's like it was us and whoever's else. Like, but no traffic, nothing crazy, no violence.
Yeah, for sure. They had great wings there at Playwright. Oof, delicious. All right, last one. Is it last one? Yeah, last one. Marcia Dunn, AP. No toilet paper for returning SpaceX crew stuck using diapers. Wow.
Oh, I thought it was just a toilet break.
I mean, it's kind of anyway. The astronauts who will depart the International Space Station on Sunday, which was actually yesterday. So they're probably landing right now with those soiled diapers, folks. So we'll be stuck using diapers on the way home because of their capsule's broken toilet. NASA astronaut Megan MacArthur described the situation Friday as suboptimal but manageable. She and her 3 crewmates will spend 20 hours in their SpaceX capsule from the time the hatches are closed until Monday morning's planned splashdown. Spaceflight is full of little challenges. And she said during a news conference from orbit, this is just one more that we'll encounter and we'll take care of our mission. So we're not too worried about it. After a series of meetings on Friday, I mean, what's she supposed to say? Yeah, this sucks. I'm going to be pissing myself. God, I mean, if I eat any, I'm no Mexican, before I leave, that's for sure. So after a series of meetings on Friday, mission managers decided to bring MacArthur and the rest of her crew home before launching their replacements. SpaceX launch already had been delayed due to bad weather. SpaceX is now targeting liftoff for Wednesday night at the earliest. So they also had to deal with a toilet leak, pulling up panels in their SpaceX capsule and discovering pools of urine. The problem was first noticed during SpaceX private flight in September when a tube came unglued and spilled urine beneath the floorboards. SpaceX filmed the toilet on the capsule awaiting liftoff, but deemed the one in orbit unusable. Engineers determined that the capsule had not been structurally compromised by the urine and was safe to ride back. The astronauts will have to rely on what NASA describes as absorbent undergarments. So it's a nice little morale boost, according to MacArthur. So, it's interesting.
What about showers and baths?
Well, you use a cloth, like a wet, damp cloth
and
to
all over
clean.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would imagine it's funny because they're talking about this happened during a private space thing, and Inspiration 4, which, the 4 private people that went up there, I mean, that could have been them. So they might have been ones dealing with the urine. Can you imagine up in space and you realize that there's a lot of stuff you can't do, but I feel like going to the bathroom is just one of those things you don't really think about.
I'll say this morning, taking Layla after I dropped Layla to school, and then on the way home, let's just say I had to rush home. Imagine you're in the plane or the plane, a spaceship, and you're like, oh my God.
But imagine being one of the other people. It's like, listen, guys, just so you know, I can't hold it anymore.
I gotta get the diaper.
I mean, although they probably have suits on and helmets or whatever. But dude,
man.
Could you guys just plug your nose and your ears? I don't want you to hear it either.
By this time, it's small space. You're used to people by this, for months at a time.
Sure.
It's not like it's just 2 or 3 days.
Oh, dude, give me a fucking shower. Stats. All right, Lucas.
It's time for...
Wait a minute. What the fuck? WTF News. What you got, Lucas?
This week, coming from bbcnews.com.
Okay.
Man found naked inside wall of New York State Theater.
Yes. Inside. I saw that, dude. So one more time.
Man found naked inside wall of New York State Theater.
So this guy was just in between the walls, butt naked in a New York State Theater. Please. This is great.
He was originally... The workers originally saw him walking.
Yeah, he was frozen.
That sounds like was he dead?
They saw him walking around, and they lost track of him, and he ended up in a crawl space but eventually found inside the wall between, I guess, like a walkway and a men's bathroom. And they believe he was in there for 2 days.
Butt naked in between the wall.
Alive.
2 days alive. Butt naked.
What? Why were they looking for him?
They weren't. I guess they just heard.
Well, they just
tapping or-
noticed him. They noticed him like there, and then all of a sudden they're like they didn't see him anymore. I don't think they were like looking for him, but you know, like, oh yeah, I remember seeing that guy, but then I didn't. So, but apparently this guy is just butt naked in between the wall. You know,
Fucking New York.
what? Yes, like. I guess they didn't tell. I read the article because I saw it also. And I just, you know, they didn't say like why he was there or there wasn't any update. But yeah, man, they had to like bust him out of there.
That's bizarre.
That's bizarre. That's definitely WTF news, folks. All right, well, we're going to take our next little break here. We're going to come back with weather. We're going to come back with our news segment.
Beef suck it.
We'll have a little update action. We got Laz's Corner of Positivity. See you guys in a few. Boom. Mom.
Boom.
There you That's right. I'm gonna kill the camera. We'll go something a little bit more natural for the camera. What do we got here? Just put something nice. Let's go with Cartier.
Dog face.
Yeah, let's go with Cartier.
Dog face
That's very
filter.
nice. Dog face filter. Whatever. Butt lover. So, all right. Well, anyway, here we go.
Research Lucas with the weather.
All right, Lucas. So we're back, and what do we have for the weather this week?
This week, I know I'm not going to be able to pronounce it in its native language, but
Sure.
I'm going to try it in English.
Okay.
Witty
where is it? What is it? Where is it from
Netherlands.
first? Netherlands. Okay.
Netherlands.
Okay.
That's why.
Okay.
Have you seen some of the town names or
Yeah, I've been there.
Yes, I'm from there.
Yeah, it's tough.
Witty Pardon, Netherlands?
Witty pardon. Very,
Wow.
very nice. So,
It translates to
to
white horse.
White horse.
White horse.
White horse. So yeah, when I first went over there, I saw Witty all over the place, and
been to
because it
the
means
Netherlands?
I'm
white,
home.
I
Yeah,
have.
he's been there.
And
I'm home.
I spent like a month there. And
Tell 'em about the Doritos.
The first time, the first time I went there, and the first time I saw it was on toilet bowl cleaner. So I was like, that's great. It's a great place to see Witty. But yeah, so they have Doritos over there. They have a lot of American stuff, but instead of Cool Ranch Doritos, it was Cool American Doritos. I actually bought a bag. I don't know what happened to them. And so, because they don't have a term for ranch, I guess. And when I'm flying back, everybody, 747, I fly into Detroit where I do my connection to go into San Francisco, and everybody makes it through except for they fucking search me. For whatever reason, they decide to search me.
I wonder why, Seth.
And bro, so they end up like the cops or the agents are all taking pictures with my bag of freaking Doritos because they saw it in. They're like, oh my God, it's so cool. So yeah, left my shit sprawled all over the place, taking pictures of my Doritos. Like, okay, you can go. So that's my story about the Cool American Doritos.
Were you like the only American on the flight?
No. But
Wait.
there's plenty. But it's like, come on, guys, really?
Did you
I'm
look like
one?
the only stoner?
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm pretty sure that has
Yeah,
something to
that's
do
why.
with it.
I might have told him I was there for music. That might have been part of it too. Anyway, all right. So
Well, they
Witty,
can't do that anymore, so
White
we're good.
Horse, Witty. What is it? Witty what?
Witty Pardon. W-I-T-
Vitte Pardon.
W-I-T-T-E-P-A-A-R-D-E-N.
Maybe Vitte Pardon. I don't know. Well,
Yeah.
White Horse. Here we go.
Friday?
Friday. Yeah, Friday.
Usually it's Friday or Saturday,
Let's
depending
go
on
with
how you're
Friday.
feeling.
I should feel like I should be able to get it out on Thursday.
Friday.
I won't have to
Everybody
edit this
get
one that much.
Oh, you don't like that song?
What song?
We're all behaving.
Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
No, I don't know that song.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
We don't know what Lucas listens to. I had never heard Lucas like bring up a song.
Yeah,
I like
right.
this song.
What
That's the
is
first
that?
time.
Jeez.
I'm gonna look it up today.
I'm sure that's exactly how it goes too.
It's the exact voice and everything.
that's it.
No music in the background.
The right key, the right notes, the cadence.
Seth,
It's
don't
just
bully your
me
brother.
staring. Don't worry, it's just me staring right into the camera singing
Pretty
without
much.
blinking.
Pretty much. All right, Friday.
Friday, November 12th. High 52, low 45. Mostly cloudy with the chance of precipitation at 24%, with the winds coming out of the south-southeast at 9 miles per hour.
Okay.
Saturday, November 13th. High 52, low 42. Showers, chance of precipitation at 45%, with the winds coming out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour.
With the Okay. You're like with the
He's gonna say with the chills.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
how do you know what that means?
Okay.
Sunday, November 14th. High of 50, low of 34. Partly cloudy with a chance of precipitation at 12%, with the winds coming out of the east-northeast at 11 miles per hour.
Okay. I'll take the
Monday.
last one, just so I don't
Tuesday?
fuck up the date.
Monday, November 15th.
Okay. Got it.
Monday, November 5th.
15th. Got it.
High of 44, low of 33. Mostly sunny, with the chance of precipitation at 12%, with the winds coming out of the east-southeast at 7 miles per hour.
Okay. So, Tuesday, November 16th. High of 51. No. High of 41. Low of 31. I'm going to say partly cloudy. Chance of precipitation 18%, with the winds coming out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour. I have spoken.
Hey,
Okay, here we go.
you said Tuesday, November. You said Tuesday, November 16th.
Yes.
Ding, ding, ding. Tuesday, November
Thank the
16th.
Lord.
You said high of 41,
Yep.
high of 46.
Ooh, not close enough.
You said low of 31,
Yeah.
low of 38.
Wow.
You said partly cloudy,
Yep.
partly cloudy.
All right.
Chance of precipitation at 18%,
Yeah.
chance of precipitation at 19%.
Oh, yeah. Wind.
And you said the wind's coming out of the northwest at 10 miles per hour.
Yep.
It would be coming out of the south at 8 miles per hour.
Not close enough. If I had gotten a southwest in there, I would have taken it. Well, that works for me. I'm okay with that.
And let's just have a quick hand for Seth for getting the date right.
Yeah, right. Seriously. I'll
For
clap
his
to that.
3-week streak.
Let's give myself. Here we go. That's right.
Great for the 3-week streak right there.
Sorry, Laz. You don't have to clap and
I already clapped, bro. Pay attention.
It's okay. It's okay. All right, well, it's time for everyone's second favorite segment.
Asshole.
Beef sucking.
And Laz.
What? You got beef?
It's fucking work beef.
You got
bro.
some beef? Oh, work beef. Here we go.
First, remember like last week, I was supposed to be here.
Sure.
I'm supposed to be off Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah, that's true.
So usually they're not gonna schedule me like 6 days, 2 weeks in a row. But the week before, I picked up a shift on Monday because they really, really needed me. Because somebody called out, it was one person. So then I'm like, I'll pick up the shift because whatever. I didn't want the person to work alone. So then you wouldn't schedule me 6 days the next week as well when everybody else has their regular days off. And then on top of that, a manager calls out. And then today also, which would have been my 2 days off, but today they had a meeting in the middle of the afternoon. Like, it's not like
What do they talk about in one of those
nothing.
meetings?
This is what the beef is about. So we have a lady that's coming to train us on our steps of service, like a refreshers type of situation.
Sure, okay.
But she doesn't know anything about the hotel or our steps of service.
Oh.
So then during the meeting, so she's like, what do you guys do when you have to do this? And what do you guys do? And I'm sitting there, and this is something that was like kind of mandatory. And I'm looking at my managers, and they're just looking at like, okay, what is she doing? Like, they're looking like, what is she doing here?
Sure.
So they basically wasted like, I would say an hour, but not an hour because it takes me 25 minutes to drive there at the time the meeting starts.
Sure.
But the meeting ended at 4:00.
Sure.
Which is
That's
rush hour.
Yeah, forget it.
So then that's why I did, like I was telling you when I got here, like I didn't go home because
What's the point?
Yeah, if I go home, it's going to take me an hour to get home and then take another 40 minutes to come back here, which is 2 hours. And in 3 hours, it just destroyed the whole day.
Sure.
Like the whole rest of the day.
That sucks.
It's like just a frustration.
Dude, it's
not really a beef, but like their management is like fucking retarded.
It's an employee's market, bro. There's a lot of places to go.
But the only thing is like,
Go
I
to
get to
Hard
relax.
Rock. Hard Rock is so hot right now.
yeah, but then you're like in the military.
That's true.
Yeah, like
Fingerprints, bro. They fingerprint you.
we have to fingerprint in. Like we clock in with our hands, keys. But
I
we don't
guess
have
that's true.
anybody like literally like, yo, do this, do that. Like, you know what I mean? Like we have to be an adults, obviously.
Sure.
But like we're kind of free. So we have a lot of freedoms, but it's still just like they just need to like revamp their management, I guess.
I hear you.
It's just annoying as
That
fuck.
makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I feel like that's valid beef. I don't have a beef, but I do want to talk about playing Fruit Ninja last night on my Oculus Quest with Elena and my mom because we had a freaking blast playing that. And I'm gonna put up the video because I feel like you guys should be able to watch it. Give me 1 second. Okay, Lucas, are you ready? Laz, can you see it there?
Yeah,
from there?
I'm good.
Lucas, my mom's
Yep.
seen it. You ready?
Yep.
All right, hold on.
Are you going to count down?
Countdown. 1, 2, 3, go. This is like,
This part looks funny.
I'm sure it does. Dude, just like all over the place.
Does she know you're playing this video right now?
Nope.
That's the funniest part.
You even got one behind the back.
Do you guys have videos of yourselves or no?
I got one of me too, yes. You want to see mine?
My bad.
Yeah, of course.
Ours aren't as funny as Elena's.
But she beat me, that's the thing.
She was taking it very seriously,
Oh
obviously.
my God.
Yes.
10-12. Woohoo.
She got me. She beat her ass.
Alrighty then.
Alrighty then. Oops. So yeah. Me, hold on, let me see. Elena sent me. All
Just
right,
to count.
1, 2, 3, go.
He looks funnier than she does. I don't know. I'm not even gonna laugh because
I'm trying to be more.
when I do it,
I'm trying to conserve energy. Be more tactile.
yeah, sure. Like
Kind of
when the
like-
fucking this is coming down.
Death of 1,000 cuts over there. Just very chill.
It's more like a cat's wow.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're doing. Are you guys playing the same game?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes it seems like it's a fruit.
It's the same exact game.
Yeah.
You heard,
Same
you
exact
heard what she
game.
said? That's what she's saying.
Well, yeah, because sometimes we would do it and it
Oh,
would
you
just
hit another
sound.
thing.
Yeah, you'd hit something and it would sound like something that it wasn't.
Did you ever play it in the arcade?
No, I played on my phone, yeah, but not like in an arcade. That's for sure. But yeah, so we played a little. Yeah, I mean, I was a little bit beefy with, to be honest with you, with the amount of fucking. Dude, the amount of previews we had to watch before James Bond, dude, it was like 25 minutes.
Of course.
At one after another. And some of them was like, dude, why are you showing me like Disney cartoon previews for a James Bond movie? I feel like, show us some like cooler stuff. Just saying.
You never know. Parents
But
these
there,
days
there
think
more?
that
There, it was the same amount of previews as usual.
Yeah,
no?
I guess that's true.
We just
I-
haven't been.
That's
When's the
true.
last time you went to the movies?
That's true. It could be. Maybe they're milking it now to get more revenue. That could be.
But when's the last time you actually?
I
Like,
went with Alicia to see Spirited Away 2. And she lasted
Oh, really?
5 minutes into the movie. And then
what
we
she-
left. Yes.
Oh shit!
Drove to freaking Aventura, parked on the wrong side of the fucking, on the mall. Decided to walk with her, which was a nightmare. Instead of just getting back in the car. It's like, do I get back in the car, get her strapped
Yes,
in,
get
drive
back
to the
in the
next
car.
place, unstrap her?
It's
Or let's
too
just
early.
walk.
It's too early, bro.
Anyway, we wait in line for like 15 minutes to get popcorn and whatever. All right. Well, a really quick update. Investigators are looking into a series of sightings, this is from BBC, of a mysterious jetpack man flying over Los Angeles. They say may in fact have been balloons. So I guess there was another one around Halloween. They're thinking it's balloon. And then they're thinking, well, maybe the other ones that we saw have been balloons. Because remember, we had 2 jetpack reportings in LA. And now they're thinking, maybe they're balloons, which I don't think so.
Maybe they're just trying to hide the fact of whatever the
They're
hell they're doing.
jetpacks, yeah. What is it, UAEs they're called, right? Unidentified aerial, or UAFs, a phenomenon or something like that.
They just don't want us to know what they're doing.
That
Why are you
could
guys
be.
flying those things so close to everybody? Get the fuck out of here.
Jetpack, man, it's just such a cooler thought to think it'd be a real
It's
jetpack.
definitely
person.
not a balloon.
No, I wouldn't think so either. So we're going to wait a little bit with the Rittenhouse case. We're definitely going to update that. I'm just waiting for a little bit more stuff to come out. So we'll see what's up with that.
That trial started this week, right?
It started on, I think it was on Monday, last Monday it started.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
Did you guys see any updates with the Ghislaine Maxwell, the Epstein chick?
No.
They are calling the prosecutors are not giving her a plea deal.
Oh, no?
No,
Wow.
and they are known as victims and minors,
Okay. Well, there you have it,
from
folks.
what I've seen.
At least they can use the term victim.
Yeah.
Unlike
And there's-
Rittenhouse.
And there's no plea deal. Feds won't give it to her.
I mean,
So,
she's going-
quick update on SHIB. Since we've been talking about it, it's now at 5650. Who knows where it'll be when it comes out. But my point is, you can see a descending channel forming right here. It's not great, although more recently, which is a good thing if you actually look at it. The trend line more recently has been pretty good. It's been staying up here a little bit more, which is definitely a good thing. We'll hope that it stays along this line. And just recently, actually today, it kind of broke through the resistance channel a little bit as well, which is kind of nice. So we'll keep it going. Where are we? We're on what's today, the 8th. So I guess we were looking at in the beginning. So yeah, it's a little bit down from where it was, but still looking at a good spot. It's a long play, but we thought we'd update it anyway. And now,
Research Lucas.
no, wrong button. Laz's button's right next to him.
Laz's corner of positivity.
Lucas started freaking out. I was like,
You
oh
good?
no, I'm not prepared. What'd you say, Lucas?
No, I was going to say, you got our buttons right next to each other.
Buttons
That's
crossed.
cute.
Don't cross the street.
Oh, my God.
wow. Lucas, way to ruin it. Good Lord.
Edit that. We already have
Yeah.
too much fucking gay jokes right now. Like it's gone too far.
Anytime, Lance.
Yeah, we're waiting for Laz. Here we
Oh
go.
shit! I don't know. You're doing your funny stuff.
Oh,
I
okay.
need to hear the
Oh,
voice.
here's the funny stuff.
Gary Sinise builds custom home for a Marine who lost both legs at war.
That's cool.
Yeah. You know, he's like Lieutenant Dan, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Few people have a huge heart like that actor Gary Sinise. This incredible. Am I saying his name right? Sinise.
Gary Sinise.
Yeah. The incredible man has done so much for our military men and women throughout the years. We can never thank him enough. Best known for his role as Lieutenant Dan in the film Forrest Gump, since he has spent most of his life helping others and spreading kindness and joy where they're needed most. Gary Sinise Foundation has raised more than $149 million for wounded veterans, first responders, and families from 2011 to 2019. But let me just skip to the part where he's at. So he met a lieutenant that,
Please tell me his name was Dan.
No. Oh. She made me lost my train of thought. Major Staff Sergeant Jonathan Blank, who served in Afghanistan, lost both his legs and suffered a head injury when an improvised explosive device, detonated next to him in October 2010. He built a custom house. The custom-built house since Sinise Foundation gave Blank is easy to navigate and has everything this man needs. It's energy efficient, has lights and blinders which are controlled remotely, voice-activated technology. He also has cabinets that come down. He used to always drag all his belongings up and down the stairs. But he was able to do everything. But now he has cupboards that you can bring down instead of having to reach up or jump up to grab. Just like a whole bunch of different things.
That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
Wow. That
great.
couldn't have been inexpensive too, stuff like that.
No, of course it's expensive to do stuff like that.
One of my favorite shows, it's on Discovery, they stopped making it, Fast and Loud, Gas Monkey Garage, and they did a car for Gary Sinise. And they did it for free, so he could auction it off. That's how I knew how involved he was with the veterans and stuff like that. But it's really awesome what he does, you know.
With what he made with Forrest Gump, he actually donated that, and a couple years ago took several hundred Gold Star families to Disney World.
Wait, that's pretty cool. So the money he made from Forrest Gump, he donated?
Yeah,
really?
to military charities.
Good
and a couple years ago, Gold Star families that lost a member in war just took their kids to Disney World.
That's pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, good positivity over there, no doubt. So, any last minute thoughts? Anyone? No. All right. Well, I guess this. Actually, if you're still watching, please subscribe. If you're still listening, please subscribe. Tell your friends. And this is Seth and Mike 1. We got Laz in Mike 2.
Yo.
We got Lucas in Mike 3.
Hey.
And we have Alexis in Mike 4, sitting in with a regular episode. Pressure's off. All she has to do is just enjoy and comment and stuff like that. I'm sure it's kind of nice.
It is.
Finally, we have a sober guest.
Yeah. That's true. Although, Marcos doesn't really get.
Marcos, he's like me.
Yeah. He's good. So, all right, folks, we'll see you next week. Boom.
Boom.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.